Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Comic Book Geezers. The duo is back together again. We've made it happen. You got to love technology, right? So I am Pete, my cohort, not sitting next to me, but he's here, Mr. Wild Bill.
Hello again, comic book fans. Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. As you can see, we are in our Corona sequestered episodes mode. I have a little Pete substitute looking over my shoulder here, so I'm not alone, watching my every move. We're going to do Marvel Classics Comics. Classics Illustrated is basically Marvel's version of Classics Comics, but I wanted to show some Marvel Classics Illustrated. Classics Illustrated, actually, excuse me. Classics Illustrated was around in the 40s and 50s and through the 60s. I remember these when I was a kid. This is the oldest comic in my collection. This is from 1953. This is Buffalo Bill, but if you can read up here, it always says they write about famous authors.
Right.
So featuring stories by the world's greatest authors.
So have you had that a long time? You've had that a long time, or is that something you got recently?
About 2 years ago at a flea market.
Got you.
So, actually, I'm sorry. This one I got from my friend Tara. A freebie when we met. It's in the pile, the one I was just talking about. But anyway, to give you an idea, Classics Illustrated was around, but they never did superheroes. They just did famous novels. This one is about the French Revolution in the 1700s. And this one, you got a Carol's hamburger joint. You got a comic book if you got a meal. I think later on Carol's became Burger King.
So buy a hamburger and fries and get a free comic book, right?
Yeah.
Well,
this is the one I picked up
anymore.
a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
This is the one I got at the flea market. You like that?
Yeah,
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So to kick it off, I only had one Marvel Classics in my collection, which was this one, the last in the run, number 36, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, the story of Ebenezer Scrooge. And this came out, I think, like in 78 or 79. I bought this off the rack when I was a teen. But
so I gotta ask, is that a Gene Colan artwork on the front? It kind of looks like him. I could be wrong. I don't know. Does though. Interesting.
I don't know. I'd have to check. We can check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Later.
And by the way, go back to the Frankenstein one. He almost looks like the butler on the front of that. It doesn't look very menacing at all.
I'm gonna. It's funny you say that because I wanted to bring up. I'm going out of order. This is number 20 of Marvel Classics of the same Mary Shelley's.
Yep.
Novel. What did you want to see about this one?
He's wearing like he's got the suit jacket on. He looks like he could be the butler, and let alone the monster, right? He just looks very dapper.
It looks like doesn't it look like he's climbing up out of a hole?
Yeah.
That's what I always thought, but it wasn't bad. I think it was $3. This was 10, but I think I talked the guy down to 7, which is still kind of high nowadays. But I bought this like 4 years ago when I first started collecting. But this is number 20. But look at how different this Frankenstein is depicted from this one.
Yeah.
He looks kind of tame here, doesn't he?
He does. That's why I say he looks like the butler.
So Arabian Nights. This is number 30, Marvel Classics. This has 3 different stories. This has your buddy, your favorite Sinbad in here. It also has a story of Aladdin's lamp and also Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. So you got 3 different stories in here with no ads. All of these comics, no advertisements in them at all. Just solid stories.
That's definitely a Gene Colan cover. It's got to be. That totally looks like Gene Colan. Oh, is Bill frozen?
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't have it written on the back. Sometimes I'll write the artist. Am I? Or how about now?
We can hear you, but your picture is kind of frozen.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back.
I tried to slide my mouse around. I don't know if that helped.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't know if I turned into like, so I was like Dead Air Dave there for a little while, huh? All right.
Well, just so everybody knows, I mean, everybody in the world is using Zoom right now to communicate. So that's why, in addition to maybe Bill's internet connection isn't the greatest, we've got that as well. So it's like a bandwidth thing. So anyway, War of the Worlds, very cool.
H.G. Wells, yes.
Yep.
Got this for $1 when you and I were at a con, like my first year back collecting. So picked this up like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Bram Stoker's Dracula. What do you think there, Mike? Ooh, spooky. I like this cover, man. This is actually pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm so hung up on Bela Lugosi that holds better than this, But I had to get it because I've only focused, if you've noticed, I've only focused on really the monsters of this series. With the exception, this is a Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is the third one. The second one, I believe, was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which I wasn't interested in. The fourth one, I think, is the H.G. Wells' Time Machine.
Oh.
So, but I'm interested in number 1, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah.
Yes. So this
Gil Kane cover alert. Gil Kane.
So this is it. So I went from 1 to 7 in my collection since I started collecting, but I think I'm going to stop right here because the rest are all related to novels. It depends on my mood, I guess. If I like the cover, if I see something, but I've seen most of them. So
how many did they do?
This is actually the last one I added to my collection. Okay. I just picked this 36.
Wow.
The last one, which was this is it. This was 36.
Oh, the very last one. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if it came out quarterly or bi-monthly. But it's not going to say in here because it's the last one.
Yeah.
But that was it, man. So
when we were kids, I don't remember seeing those on. I don't remember seeing those on the stands when we were kids. I only saw those like later on. I don't remember seeing them.
Yeah, well, it's a good point because this was the only one I saw, and because I knew the story of Scrooge and everything, that came out Christmastime as kids once a year, Yeah. So I grabbed it, and it's funny because I would read this. I used to spend Thanksgiving reading comics, catching up on all the books I had to read because I had a subscription and everything, But I remember reading this one Thanksgiving Day, and it kind of prepped you for Christmas,
Oh,
but for me, just like an hour read, this thing. These are about an hour read because there's no ads in them, It's like 52 pages, 60 pages. So, but yeah, I don't remember if they came out. Find out. I can't tell. I have to get my glasses.
No big deal. No big deal. So since you
here it
open,
is, man.
since you open up a couple of the pages there, since you already got it open.
Inside cover, tribute to the author.
Aha, Robert
The
Louis
story.
Stevenson. Yeah.
The inside. Let's see. Nestor Edondo is the artist.
Okay.
I'm looking. Oh, here he is, chugging down. Right here. The transformation
Oh, there you
in the
go.
face.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect.
So that's pretty much it, gang.
Cool.
Oh, we got a couple on the run kind of scene.
Cool with the top hat. There you go.
Yeah, the cape in the air.
Yep.
So
That's nicely done.
I like it, kids. I like it. So yeah, that was Marvel Classics Comics. See, oh, here you go on the back. Number 4 was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh, cool. Nice cover on that.
There's the Hunchback one, right?
Yep.
I'm looking at it backwards. What's that one?
Time Machine.
Yeah, see, I had that right, but I had them wrong. I said it was 4th. It's the second one. But yeah. So Marvel Classics Comics. Another one for the books, kids.
There you go.
Comic books, that is. I guess we'll be doing more sequestered episodes soon. I want to do my Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man episode. So what do you think of that? Want to do that one next? And then you can just
sounds good.
2 cents, because you like Spider-Man, right?
Sounds good to me. That works.
All
that
right.
works. So
right.
thanks everybody for joining, and finally Bill and I
You're
got
welcome.
this hooked up to you. So you can expect more from us as we're all in lockdown. So we got Bill is hooked up now on Zoom. We got Kirk on Skype. So we're gonna crank out videos over the next, hopefully, just a couple of weeks. But we'll see how long this all lasts. So anyway, I'm Pete. For a while, Bill. We'll see you guys all real soon. Take care.